Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Flee. And this is a new animated documentary, you heard me right, coming from Neon. And this is about Amin, Nawabi, and who put writing towards this film, and this film focuses on his life. And this is from director Jonas, Poher, Rasmussen, and interestingly enough, this is produced by Riz Ahmed and Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, aka Jaime Lannister. Interesting. But I remember seeing the trailer for this and being blown away and just being like, this is different. And this is what I love about the documentary genre. You can do so many different kinds of things with it if you really put your mind to it. And this is a compelling animated recreation of a bunch of events being told by Amin in this film. And you have Amin being interviewed, so you have that framing device there. And which is interesting, like he's set up laying on his back looking up at a camera with the microphone and everything and telling his story. But you see his relationship and how he's in love with his now husband, and you have their interactions of them now living together in New York City. You see them. And then you have this whole entire story about how he got out of Kabul. It takes on the controversy of, like, you know, the Afghan wars between having the Russians coming in and the U.S. supporting the Mujahideen and the repercussions of that and what happened after Russia left and trying to get out of this country and the fracturing of his family and the things that he had to do to get himself out of there, getting to places like Denmark and Switzerland and Russia and all these different places, and this extraordinary story of the extreme things that he had to do to get himself to safety. There's one particular sequence that is dark and intense with some very bad people trying to human traffic him across these different countries to get him out of Russia, and all of these things that happen to Amin along the way. And it's a beautifully told story. He is passionate, obviously, about his story. There's a lot of emotion that goes into his perspective on what happened to him, and it's a very earnest and endearing and meaningful expression of somebody's life experiences and the things that he might not be very proud of that he had to do to make sure that he got out alive. And, you know, the emotion of what he had to do to leave his family behind and where that leaves him. And this film is beautifully animated with aspects of, like, beautiful hand-drawn animation and just, it's strikingly beautiful. There's a couple different types of hand-drawn animation that they do. It's visually impressive, and it's just such an engrossing and engaging story. And this is barely an hour and a half, if that. And they pack so much emotion, so much tension and suspense, and engaging narrative thrust that keeps pushing you through here with all these wonderful stories. There's a sense of humor about it. You just have this passionate expression of somebody's life in this film, and it's done in such an engaging and different kind of way that you don't see in a lot of documentaries. There's very few films that I've seen quite like this, and this is the kind of thing where it's just like, this is pretty sure the top animated and documentary film that I've seen all year, and what films can you even think about that would even fit into that category? This is a moving and expressive and impactful and intense experience that you can have really learning about the life of this man through his own eyes, but expressed in a beautifully animated way so that we can see that along with him. And you'll laugh, you'll cry, there's all kinds of range of emotions here, all for a very compelling and inspiring story that I think a lot of people should hear. But those are my thoughts on Flea. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.